I could not afford the 5K to buy the JAMB from that year. Just one of my friends knew about it. Most people I pick are always like, "You're so young, why are you doing this?"
And has there ever been any case of you picking up a meal rider and then he's eating on you like, "Babe, how far now?" Do they toast you while at it? You know Nigerian men now.
So you're pretty and you're doing this. Why don't you? I'll take care of you, stuff like that. I'm like, if I wanted, what's his name? Sugar daddy, I wouldn't have hustled or started doing Uber. There was this woman I was supposed to pick. There were two actually, two women. Immediately she saw me, she was like, "Are you Lucia?" I said yes. Next thing she asked, "Where's the driver?"
A few days ago, one of our readers reached out to us about being picked up by a cab driver, talking about how young, brave and smart the young lady is. Well, we took the lead and headed to Fadeyi area of Lagos State, where we met Lucia Osamo, a 22-year-old girl who is riding boat, that's a cab, and that's what she does for a living. We'll be talking to her now to hear what she has to say about that part of her life and what led her into that, the decisions that she's had to make while at it. I'm Temitope Popola Olaya, and this is Legit TV. A big shout out to Monday Dara, the man behind the camera. Join us. How did your journey start?
Lucia Osamo, a boat driver, born and brought up in Mushin.
So you said boat driver, that's a cab driver.
Yes.
You look incredibly young for this role. How did you get here?
Not being able to do anything after OND, applying for what's the name, IT, and there was no turn up, nothing, just in the house. Not doing anything, nothing, there was nothing.
Okay, so you mentioned OND.
Not being able to go back.
OND where?
Okay,
what did
OND,
you study?
Auchi Poly. Mineral and Petroleum Resources Engineering. OND. So
was it going forward that was a problem, or not having money to
continuing was a problem. Continuing was a problem. Because during my OND, I had to help myself through till the end, and it was hard, but we scaled through. Coming out, tried to apply for IT, so I could go back for either HND or BSc, but I don't know. I preferred BSc because I just wanted to go for BSc, but not being able to apply, I don't know.
Not being able to apply, is it that you weren't your mark because you must have written a particular exam? Was it the mark or the money?
I was not able to write the exam.
Why? Was it money?
Yeah, I could not afford the 5K to buy the JAMB from that year. Just one of my friends knew about it though, because he kept on asking, and I had to tell him that nobody knew about it. I just kept on telling people it was COVID, but I was not able to meet up for the 5K.
5K, and
yeah.
How did this make you feel? Like 5K didn't allow you?
It made me feel bad, but move.
Well, when you were younger, like much younger,
yeah,
what was it that you had in mind to do, to pursue in the future? You know the way children have ambition. You say in the future, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer. What was it that you actually...
Being an engineer.
Being an engineer. And what do you have to say about that dream now? Is it gone out the window, or
It hasn't gone out because I'm still trying to go back to school, because I still want to go back to school.
Judging by your facial looks, like your features, you look incredibly young. How old are you again?
I'm 22.
22. Do you usually get this remark? Like, do people actually say that to you?
Every single day. Most people I pick are always like, "You're so young, why are you doing this?" Most people ask the question, "What's your age? What's your age? What's your age?"
How do you get by? We know Lagos could be tough at times. You know, being on the road, how do you feel behind the wheels?
I don't know, trying to survive. I would say trying to survive is the motivation, because I know how being idle for years I've been after school, not doing anything, and I would just say trying to survive is the motivation, because at least now you have something to do. Half bread is better than none, so you have to keep that motivation, like, yes, at least I have something doing now, let me just...
Of all the things in the world that you could have done as a lady, why cab?
All the things, like,
you know,
there's nothing to do. Okay, the kind of environment I grew up in.
Tell us.
Okay, like I said, I wanted to learn engineering, or I want to be an engineer. While growing up, I learned how to fix generators.
Okay.
But I had to stop.
Okay.
Because the petrol was adding to my problem.
How?
I have a problem with my hands. So whenever working with the petrol, it will start itching me, and there will be holes in it. Like, you can see it there.
Was that what caused this?
Not the petrols, like, this is how it gets. I don't know, the sores, it will just come out, the sores will be there, and it just happens like once in a year. So it's like a normal, I don't know, I've taken like a normal thing, because it's something I grew up with all my life. So learning the generator was like a very big, it wasn't easy for me learning because of the petrol, so I had to stop. I was making palm slippers. Yes, yeah. I was making palm slippers, but at some point we use gum will get stuck, and while removing it, it will be removing my flesh. So those things I liked were things I could not work with. I don't know. And my hand was a big challenge.
You've never been a fan of, most ladies would rather do skincare products, hair, makeup. That wasn't you're not big on those things. So moving back to the cab business now, how is it going?
It's going well.
Tell us your daily routine. How early do you wake up? When do you stop working?
Wake up like 7. 7 and stop working like 9, because 9 latest. Sometimes if it's like maybe I picked a client up by 8:30 and the ride ends late, probably I'll just get him like 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are your parents not worried about
They are.
about you staying out late in the night, like all by yourself at this age?
Yeah. It's not something they really like, but there's no choice. There's nothing. I don't know what to say. Like, There's no choice. They just have to keep praying about it. Like whenever my mom keeps complaining, I'll just tell her, you just have to keep praying, because we have to take the risk if we want to be successful.
Okay, so there is this thing that comes with age. People always wanting to take advantage of the fact that this person is young. I can chance her. Have you ever been chanced while at it? While working, like, give us one or two experiences, like days that you felt, oh God. Tell us.
There was this woman I was supposed to pick. There were two actually, two women. So it was at the airport, so I had to go make payment. Coming back, I already spoke to them on the phone. I told them I was parked at this so place. So when I got there, I met them there. Immediately she saw me, she was like, "Are you Lucia?" I said yes. Next thing she asked, "Where's the driver?"
Like, really?
I'm like, yeah, there was one other woman I wanted to pick. I said, "Are you the one that would drive me to Ikoyi?"
Was it that they didn't think you could
Exactly.
do it?
I don't know. Like, there was one guy too. The guy didn't even see me. The guy has not seen me. He just spoke to me on the phone and he was like, you will be woman and you talk like this. Like, you go be like say you small. I was like, you've not seen me and you're already judging. Why not see me first? And the guy was like, I'm going to Aja. I said, I've seen it already on your request. He said, you sure say you go fit drive me go Aja? I said, see, when you see me and I drive you down to Aja, you will know if I can drive you or not. So things like that.
And do some of these people, maybe after you drop them off, do they get impressed and they say, oh,
yeah,
tip here?
Tip. Women don't tip people.
Only men.
Yes, most
Men are more
sometimes
generous with
men.
tips.
Yeah, most men are like they used to say. They're always impressed when they see me. They would start by saying, of all the old jobs, a lady of your age would do, and you decide to do this. So some men would tip me. Hardly would a lady. Like the woman that said, "Are you sure you drive me to Ikoyi?" When I got to her house, she said it, like she made it very obvious. Immediately I dropped her, she was like, when I saw you, I didn't believe you would drop me at my house, but I'm impressed. That's good. But you're supposed to be in school. I just laughed. I left.
Wow. So, would you say life has been pretty hard on your side with that? You know, when people constantly remind you that you should be in school, how does it feel?
It makes me feel like I know I'm supposed to be in school, but the challenges are something I can't keep.
So, for how long do you intend to keep riding? At least you must definitely say, okay, when you've reached so stage, if you've saved up to this amount, maybe after this amount of time, this period of time, I'll move on to this. So
okay, like next year, I believe the what's the name, JAMB and everything will be out back. So at that point, I'll be able to know, not like I'm stopping, because there's no support from anywhere, so I'll have to use that to support myself to be able to, yeah.
Okay, so have you been able to save enough for school?
Saving for school now is never enough, because there are too many things to do in school.
So you still want to pursue the course, that same course you're sticking on, you're changing now?
I don't going after the mineral resources. I think you have to switch.
Okay.
Is either geology or mining. So I'll have to pick between one of those two.
On social media recently, there's been lots of terrible experiences from cab drivers, like, from riders misbehaving to some people also chancing, like taking advantage of the drivers. Of course, because people say customers are always right, yeah? So tell us, have you had any experience so far? Has there been anything worth mentioning, like, any experience that made you feel so bad, in the light of all that's been happening, or you've not been able to meet with any of those?
Yeah, I've come across with saucy people that once you meet them, be like, I'm talking, let me talk. I'm like, I'm not saying anything. I'm just asking, where are you at? And you are shouting at me that you are talking. I should let you talk. But there's no problem. I'll pick the person, drop the person at the destination. Voila. I've not had that very big issue with. Most times it's those delivery people you do deliveries for. They will tell you, drop the stuff, you get your money. I don't know you. A different person booked the ride. A different person is collecting it from me, and you are telling me to leave this place. How would I collect my money? Who would I come and meet? And some people will start shouting on the phone like, is this the first time we are doing deliveries? This one, why are you trying to? Later they will say both drivers are rude and everything. But me, I don't used to fight most. When I'll leave. I don't know anybody.
Now, speaking of being saucy, let's talk about ladies. How do you feel when you carry ladies first? Ladies, especially when you feel like they're more or less like people that should be your peer, age mates, or how do you feel when you carry them and you're the one driving them and all of that? Does it make you feel any kind of way? No.
Sometimes some people are just naturally social. Because there was one day I picked one girl like that, or one babe. She was sitting at the back. So she could have just told me the AC is not blowing fine. Besides, the weather was very hot. She should have just told me to increase it. I just heard the glass coming down. And I asked her, oh, Paul is fine. Why are you putting the glass down? And she was like, this place is too hot. Sorry, but you should have just told me. There's no issue there. And she didn't say anything, all true. Now to increase the AC and wind up. That's it. And there was one, sometimes you get a request. You get the request, the person cancel. You get the request, the person cancel. God will just want you to meet that person. And eventually when you meet that person, because me, sometimes I like asking. I'll be like, you requested before, you cancelled. You requested again, you cancelled. You requested again, you cancelled. You said, it's because I saw you are a lady. Okay, now that God has given you to me, now what do you want to do about it? And some people will be like, I don't want to deal with ladies. I don't know if you've had bad experiences before, but just like that, just get different.
So if you have to sum up the challenges that you face while running this business,
most times people say, yeah, a lady, because I saw it's a lady, and some people will not even look at it. Once they get to the car, so you're even a lady, are you the one that will drive me? So didn't you see it in the first place? No, I didn't bother checking. Like, or when you pick the car, I'm like, Chama, what's up, please, where are you? Sorry, I'm a lady. You're a lady.
Do they cancel because
some people cancel because you are a lady. Some people say I'm not entering, no.
Wow, because you're a lady.
Yes, I don't know why, but
it's one of those things, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if there was something you could change about this business, what would it be?
Change.
Yes,
I'm not going to change anything.
You like the way the flow is. You like the way the operation is.
We'll keep flowing with we'll keep flowing with it. Sometimes I feel bad, yes, but I just take it like one of those things, one of those challenges to face.
And has there ever been any case of you picking up a meal rider and then he's eating on you like, babe, how far now? Do they toast you while at it? You know Nigerian men now.
So you're pretty and you're doing this. Why don't you? I'll take care of you, stuff like that. I'm like, if I wanted, what's his name? Sugar daddy. I wouldn't have hustled or started doing Uber. So some men are like that.
So how do you now shake them up without, being rude? How do you just,
Are you not married?
That's what you say.
How many kids do you have?
Oh, so that's the way you get to respond, like.
Oh, I just change the topic. Or I don't say anything.
And when you now hit them with the line, are you not married? What's their reaction like?
And some will be honest, and some won't be. Some won't be honest. Some will be honest. Most of them are honest.
Okay. So, your hope for the future now, aside school, is there any business you're eyeing? Anything you have in mind to pursue later? Because so far so good, you mentioned going back to school. So after school, what next?
After school, I don't know it. I just want to finish that phase first, because I don't know. It's just something I want to do, because it shouldn't look like most people. Whenever I tell them born and brought up in Mushin, they are like, no wonder you are doing this type of thing. I'm like, and some people will be like, most people that grew up in Mushin, most of them are not educated, stuff like that.
Like they expect you to turn out to be a thug or a...
And what I grew up with is, I just need to be successful so I can I can leave this place, or like, I don't know, like this area, there's just a lot about this area that growing up here and being in school and your parents are calling your teachers they started fighting. We grew up with that fear, though it turned out to be like one confident thing, not like, and growing up with hearing guns, you would want to leave that environment. So that's just how it is for me. I want to leave the environment, and I believe being educated will take me places, and at least I'll be able to tell people that yes, I grew up at one slum. That's a bullet would have ended my life a long time ago. So I had friends that they have bullet wounds and everything. You wake up in the morning, you meet it on the floor, you see the marks and everything. So I just had that opportunity.
Okay, so in a day, give us a range. Like, this is all about survival. Sell. Like, bad day. How much do you get to take home? Like, give us a range. It doesn't have to be exact.
Let's say to take home.
Yeah. After
fair.
Yes, fail and after.
Let's say 7K.
7K daily.
but I'm not the owner of the car, so I need to deliver to the owner. And
what percentage do you deliver?
It's per week.
Per week. So how much do you deliver per week?
The man did it for 20K.
Well, you get to maintain the car.
Yeah, I have to maintain it. So like there are some times that like you have to repair the car, and that same week you still need to, and maintenance of the car is not really easy. Sometimes the thing you have to repair might cost you more than 30K, and repairing everything probably you might have spent like 35 or so, and you still have to make the payment for that week. So like everything, then the next week you have to try to pay up the money and everything. So
it's been taking you through daily, at least. How has that been helping in the house? Are you the only one working in the house now?
My dad is going out, but it's still the same issue. Still the same issue, because he works at tin can, declaring this thing.
Yeah.
So like everything went bad. So like it's just going out to see if. So it's more like I'm the only one.
Well, then if they say what do you need help with, like someone is offering to, what's that thing you say, please assist me with this part of my life, what's that thing? Is this still school?
Yeah.
School.
Yes. So yeah, by the time I am able to go through with that, okay, we now need job again. Yes. So like that process is a long part, and it's a very hard part. So
at least you want to get through education first, and that's what you need help with. You want to go back to school.